You probably brushed your teeth this morning, operating on the assumption that without daily, rigorous maintenance, they would simply rot out of your head. Yet, when archaeologists examine the skulls of prehistoric hunter-gatherers, they find a startling contradiction. Straight, healthy teeth inside people who never owned a toothbrush. These prehistoric humans maintain their dental health through a diet of meat, fish, nuts, and fibrous plants. This menu was entirely free from the refined sugars and processed starches that dominate the modern table. The species of bacteria responsible for tooth decay, Streptococcus mutans, has lived in human mouths for millennia. However, in these ancient populations, the bacteria lacked the specific fuel required to produce the acid that dissolves enamel. This chart shows the biological result of that sugar-free environment. Hunter-gatherer remains show cavity rates as low as 2%. The average modern adult, meanwhile, will have developed 7 to 10 cavities by the time they reach middle age. This prehistoric health was the natural byproduct of a diet that did not actively rot the bone. These humans survived for 300,000 years because their food environment and their biology remained in balance. That balance was disrupted 10,000 years ago during the Neolithic Revolution. As humans transitioned from foraging to farming, they introduced a massive influx of wheat, barley, and corn into their daily meals. These new grain-based diets loaded the mouth with sticky starches. Bacteria now had a constant food source, and the archaeological record shows the result. In regions like the Levant and North Africa, cavity rates jumped from near 0 to 15% in just a few centuries. People began attempting to fix this new pain as early as 7000 BC. In modern Pakistan, archaeologists found molar teeth that had been bored out with tiny flint-tipped bow drills. By 4500 BC, people in Slovenia were using beeswax as a primitive material to pack and seal cracked enamel. Even in ancient Egypt, which supported specialized tooth doctors, the upper class suffered from catastrophic decay. CT scans of royal mummies reveal abscesses and bone loss so severe that the enamel was often worn down almost to nothing. The culprit was the Egyptian staple, bread. Their sandstone mills left microscopic grit in the flour, turning every bite into sandpaper that ground their teeth down to the raw, sensitive pulp. While agriculture allowed civilization to expand, it forced the human mouth into a state of permanent medical crisis. For the first time in history, the human diet had become a mechanical and chemical assault on the body. Even as dental health collapsed, the connection between farmed grains and rotting teeth remained undiscovered. Across the ancient Mediterranean and East Asia, medical practitioners struggled to explain why their patients' teeth were hollowing out from the inside. This confusion birthed the toothworm theory. From Sumeria to ancient China, civilizations independently concluded that an invisible parasite was gnawing at the teeth. It became the most widely held dental belief on the planet for thousands of years. To fight this phantom, medieval barber surgeons performed public extractions using heavy iron pliers called pelicans. Without anesthesia, rotting teeth were simply yanked out of the jaw in village squares, often leaving behind shattered bone and infection. Because medical logic was focused on a non-existent worm rather than dietary acid, humanity spent 3 millennia trapped in a cycle of useless, agonizing treatments. While diets continued to evolve, dental medicine remained stagnant. A second dietary shift arrived with the Crusades. European soldiers returning from the Middle East brought back a luxury they called white gold, refined sugar. Sugar transitioned from a rare apothecary spice to a global commodity fueled by colonial plantations. As the price dropped, consumption exploded, and human teeth began to rot on a scale never before seen in the history of the species. Queen Elizabeth I became the face of this crisis. Her passion for sweetened wines and candied fruits was so intense that by her 40s, foreign ambassadors reported her teeth had turned entirely black. This decay became a bizarre status symbol. Because sugar was expensive, blackened teeth proved you were wealthy enough to afford it. Members of the lower classes even began using soot to darken their own teeth, mimicking the queen's appearance of affluence. By the late 1500s, the human appetite for sugar had completely outpaced human biology. People were now intentionally disfiguring themselves to signal their place in a new, sugar-driven economy. The modern era of dentistry began in 1728, when Pierre Fauchard published The Surgeon Dentist. This 800-page text finally debunked the 5,000-year-old myth of the toothworm. This diagram represents Fauchard's breakthrough. Dietary sugars and acids, not invisible parasites, were the true mechanical cause of decay. This shifted medicine's goal. Rather than extraction, the priority became clearing decay and sealing the tooth to save the natural structure. This scientific approach spread globally, leading to the first English textbooks and the world's first dental college. The specialized profession we visit today was built as a direct response to the damage caused by refined sugar. Modern dentistry is not a proactive triumph of health, but a necessary evolutionary band-aid. It is the price we pay every day for the privilege of eating a diet that our bodies were never designed to process.